The talented Minnesota Timberwolves versus the tough Boston Celtics. Two great teams ready to go on 2K Sports.
The Timberwolves are out of Minnesota and into an interconference game. Glad you could be with us for this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And here's a look at the starting lineups presented by T-Mobile. Well, it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. And as we take a look at Minnesota, Clark, what's the key against this Celtics squad?
Kevin, the focus has to be on denying the long ball. No threes. They led the league in three-point percentage, so you can't afford to pack it into the lane. You've got to keep your man in front of you, because if you help off of those shooters, you're in trouble.
Now, Clark, what about Boston? What do they need to keep in mind?
Well, they got to focus on taking care of the rock. Last season, this team was one of the worst at taking care of the ball. As a result, they struggle to get any kind of rhythm offensively. They got to do a better job of concentrating on good passes and making good plays with the basketball.
Well, it makes an intriguing matchup, thanks, Clark. And they took too long getting it past half court. They'll turn it over. And here's Boston. Now Allen to number 10. A steal by the Timberwolves.
I see you.
Number 15. Shoots. No good. So Boston will take it the other way. 2:03 left in the first quarter. Now Allen. Off from three-point land.
Wide open. That's just daring a guy to shoot the long ball, and he couldn't make him pay.
Here's Patterson, scores the opening field goal. And it's the Celtics with the ball. On defense, Boston.
Well, he gives up some height, but he didn't give up the rock. Nice ball.
Here's Summers. Connects from in close.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
And Minnesota has possession. Trailing by 2. Tipped. Patterson goes up.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Can't sink the first. The Celtics changing it up. He misses them both. And here's Boston. Here's Morgan. Boston on D. Here's Patterson. Drains it from the low block.
Oh, that was a surprisingly good move there in the post. I think he surprised the defense a bit with that move.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Sherman. Great D. to number 24. Jacks up the triple. Kept alive. Here's Miller. Tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go.
Looked like he had the angle. That's a bad miss that close to the goal.
Blocked, and he recovers the ball. Terrific D by number 33. We've got a tie ball game on our hands.
Well, Kevin, they've played great defense. It's been an absolute clinic at that end of the floor. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
That's the end of the first, and both teams struggling to put points on the board. It's tied at 4. That'll be a 5-second call. Now Thornton. Deflects the pass. Stolen by the Timberwolves. Here's Miller, who's guarded by Thornton. And that one's good by Miller.
This is a tale of 2 quarters here, really. In the first, they had trouble converting their possessions. I think their field goal percentage was a tad over 20%. But they've shot themselves out of that slump, and now they have the lead and look to be in a good place offensively. When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look. That's his job. That's what he does. He clamped down on the shooter. He's one tough defender.
And the turnover by Boston.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Minnesota in the lead. Number 33. Baseline jumper. Gets it to go. And it's the Celtics with the ball. 4-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Some changes for the Celtics. And here is Green. Here's Sherman. Dumps it off to Lucas. It falls short.
They've got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Hood takes it up. Drops it in on the layup.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
In the paint. Morgan to the baseline. And Minnesota has possession. 6-point game. 1:14 left in the second. To Morgan. Morgan hit the charge, and that's foul number 2 for him. Sometimes if you've been on the wrong end in your mind of a foul, it's hard to shake that mentally for a player. If I take a couple trips back up and down the floor.
Well, the good ones are able to go into next play mode. The very good players realize there are a lot of plays in the course of an NBA game, and you have to let the bad one go and get ready for the next one. The same with the good play. You got to let it go and get ready for the next play. Looked like a good call from here where I said definitely some contact on that shot.
He can't get the first. Good on number 2. And it's the Celtics with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Here's Morgan to end the run. Gets it to go. Sweet touch by the 4-year man out of Michigan State. Minnesota with the ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 7. Here's Sherman. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota the other way now.
They're showing a slight advantage on the boards in this one to this point, Kevin.
Morgan. Patterson gets the board inside. And that slight advantage on the glass has helped them with the lead here.
Yeah, I expect that the team that grabs more rebounds is always one of the barometers in winning. Who controls the rebounding story? And if you out-rebound your opponent, typically you're going to have a chance to win. The Timberwolves have a decent lead here.
But not insurmountable. They'll need to keep it up. And that concludes the first half. The score, 13-6. Well, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Well, let's check out the story of the stats. Well, thus far, both teams have really been struggling from the floor.
Man, oh man, it's been hard to watch this kind of game. Hopefully the second half will have a bit more action.
Miller has started off well.
Kevin, you know, it's pretty clear that he means business. I mean, he's focused, he's giving excellent effort, and he's really locked in on winning this ball game.
Hi, fans, and welcome. They're ready to start the second half of this game, so let's get on with the action. And Minnesota has possession. They lead by 7.
That's poor shot selection, Kev. You shouldn't even be thinking about casting it up from there.
To Morgan. Here's Summers. Patterson yanks down the defensive rebound. And Minnesota has possession. 7-point differential.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
Dumps it off. Summers takes a 3. The shot is off. And Minnesota the other way now. Cheryl Miller had a chance to catch up with Doc Rivers earlier. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, Kel, the other team is taking advantage of us in one area, he said. They need to focus on waiting for their shot. He knows that the field goal percentage was low in the first half and thinks the players are rushing the offense. Let's see if they can be more patient. That's the latest from courtside. Kevin Clark.
Thank you, Cheryl. Allen's shot is off.
Slumping a bit here to start the third. He got that stop almost single-handedly, Kev. Defended the shot and cleaned the glass. That's a great play.
Here's Lucas. Hits the 15-footer. And here are the Timberwolves. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 7. Now timeout called by Boston. Some changes for the Celtics. Timberwolves on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. The Celtics will hold on to it. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Summers in close. Finishes with the soft touch.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside. We've seen him make that mid-range shot, but just not often enough.
Allen leads the game in assists.
Fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
The Celtics good out for the quick shot here. That would leave them with the final possession. Here's Summers. It's in for 3. 7 points in the game.
What a run. They're making shots and playing lockdown deep.
5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Summers backs him down. Gets in close. Number 11 snatches it inside.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Shot misses. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's 17-16. Number 11 has been playing aggressively. 3 points and 2 rebounds.
Well, Kevin, you don't expect anything less from a player with his ability. Big-time skills in a big-time game leads to a big-time performance. His team needs it, and that's exactly what he's given.
Fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Three quarters have been played, but the outcome remains undecided. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the fourth quarter. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 1. Here's Allen. The 3 won't fall. Minnesota in the lead. Boston trailing. Sherman. The shot, no good. Now the Timberwolves will take it the other way. Here's Patterson. It's good.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
And here are the Celtics now. Cheryl Miller had a chance to catch up with Doc Rivers earlier. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, guys, he wants them to get out in transition. They haven't been getting many fast break points, and he's trying to amp them up and get them running. Kevin?
Okay, thanks, Cheryl.
Tough call, but the right one. Too much contact during the shooting motion.
Can't sink the first. Some adjustments for both teams. He sinks the second.
Well, he split his free throws, but if they can get a stop here, they've still got a chance. Kick it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
And here's Boston. 4-point game. Kick out to the left wing. Dumps it off. Green can't get it to go. And Minnesota the other way now. To number 15 from short range. Kept alive. Tipped.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Here's Summers. And Minnesota has possession. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
And here's Green.
Well done to secure that board. Here's a guy who's not afraid to do the dirty work.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They trail by 6. Less than 1 minute left. Connects on the tough shot.
Well, he knocked that one down, but it wasn't the best shot selection. With so much time left on the clock, you ought to work it around and look for a better shot.
Both teams changing it up. And Minnesota has possession. They lead by 4. The Celtics need every bucket to have a chance. Lofts it up.
And that was pretty. Pretty as a picture. Put it up there in just the right spot for the easy finish.
And so here is Minnesota.
They're looking in pretty good shape right now unless they have a total collapse.
The Celtics take their last 22nd timeout. They're down by 4. 23 seconds left to the fourth. Clark, what's your take?
Well, the options are reduced to one right here. Quick shot, intentional foul, and hope for missed free throws at the other end.
Both teams making some changes. And it's the Celtics with the ball. 4-point game. No good on the quick shot. 17 seconds left in the game. The Celtics are intentionally fouling. They're not yet in the penalty, so they'll need to commit a second foul to send them to the line.
Good decision, Kev. They're playing against two opponents now. The other team plus the shot clock.
The Celtics commit the intentional foul, and they'll try to extend the game.
Foul them to prevent the easy basket. You'll have to earn it at the line.
Off target on the first. He misses them both. Here's Patterson. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for two.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And both teams will make some substitutions. Gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Didn't hit them all, but didn't need to. That should seal this one up.
Lucas kept alive. The Timberwolves win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Celtics 27-21. Patterson is the Jordan Brand player of the game and some solid numbers.
Yeah, he flat out owned the boards. He was banging down low, getting strong position, and reeling those rebounds in.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Going up against pretty good defense here.
Mismatch, though.
Oh, they're doubling him, Clark.
Yeah, he's looking over the floor.
A clock run down here. He's going to have to hoist it. Way outside. Oh, he couldn't.
The powerhouse Los Angeles Lakers versus the revamped Indiana